Today, there are home truths,
Its decor has seen slightly better days.
harsh words,
They felt it was very drab and very boring.
and reality checks.
What's your brain thinking at the moment?
Money.
As three sellers check out the competition.
I mean, what could you do with this space?
It's the old bath, which we had.
20 years ago, but in brown.
It looks a little bit forgotten.
But as they make over their homes, will the brave
Shower's gone, bath's gone.
or the quietly confident
This will be decorated in 2 days, no problem.
do enough to get an offer from my buyer?
It's great as it is, but it could be fantastic.
I'm in Manchester, birthplace of the Industrial Revolution. Almost 200 years on, it's still thriving today. Property prices are up 21% last year alone. Good news for my three sellers. They're all hoping to cash in with an offer from my buyer, Nurse Liz, who's hunting for a large family home for her husband and 5 kids.
So Liz, I think it's safe to say that property is a bit of a passion of yours, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
You buy and sell quite a lot, don't you?
Yes, we have done over the years. They've all been family homes. If we can make a bit of money and then move on, that's my aim, really.
So tell me, in a dream scenario, what your ideal property would be.
A period home, which has modern fittings.
So in terms of bedrooms, how many do you need?
Ideally 5.
Right. What's the sort of minimum you'd look at, 3 or 4?
Oh, 4,
Four.
really.
Okay,
Yeah,
right, so 4,
yeah.
okay. If you saw something that had lots of potential, but in its current state needed a lot of work, would that make you run for the hills, or would that be something that you would embrace?
It would be something I'd embrace, but providing the price is right.
Yes.
For that large period house with modern fittings and development potential, Liz has got a budget of £350,000. I've got 3 great houses that could all fit the bill, but they could all do with a bit of work before she sees them. My first sellers are husband and wife hair salon owners Jackie and Tony, who've already given their 3-storey end of terrace a ready-to-market make under.
We've depersonalised the house, knowing it was going up for sale. We just emulsioned all the way through with magnolia.
The estate agent said to us, make it plain.
And so they have, especially upstairs. And there's one other problem on the first floor.
The bathroom's absolutely massive, but it's dated. It is dated. We've got a lovely big house, and there's certain rooms that are tired, and I'd like to give the wow factor.
It could sure do with it, Jackie. This made-under semi is plenty big enough for buyer Liz, but the bedrooms and bathroom need sorting to bag an offer at the asking price of £340,000. Next up is Sister Act Jo and Emma. It's Jo's house that's on the market, but little sis Emma thinks she could teach her a thing or two about style.
I'm hoping that I can encourage Jo to be a little bit more bold, maybe, and a bit more daring. Not to play it safe so much.
I need to be a bit more adventurous, which is why things are quite sort of bare.
Sometimes it can be a bit too bare. I'll go for a little bit more, softness and fluffy stuff. And Jo will be like, no, get rid of it. We want clean lines and right angles.
This house has been extended to create another room, but it feels like wasted space.
The room that's both an office and a bedroom, and it's got a crisis of identity. It doesn't really know what it is, and I don't know what to do with it. I'm looking forward to Amanda's suggestions.
I just hope she's ready to follow them through. This 4-bed semi has plenty of space for buyer Liz and all her family. But it's bare and unwelcoming, and the extension has an identity crisis. But it is the cheapest of the 3 at £290,000. My final sellers are retired couple Jennifer and Roger, who have completely remodelled their 2-bed, 2-bath, 2-reception room bungalow.
It was, in fact, a 3-bedroom bungalow when we moved in. I think, if anything, we could have been guilty of making this property to suit us, and it might not appeal to other people for that reason.
In the 14 years that they've been here, they've also put their stamp on the decoration.
My taste is quite conventional. The way I dress, the way I decorate the rooms is my era of fashion rather than the young fashion.
I would describe it as traditional, very conservative and sedate.
You might like sedate and traditional, but I'm not sure buyers do, as this house has only had one offer in the 2 years it sat on the market. It's on a big plot with plenty of development potential for buyer Liz, but the conservatory is confused and the bedrooms are dated. It's the most expensive of the three at £350,000. The sellers will have a week and £1,000 to make over their houses, but first they'll snoop around each other's to see how they can make their own homes more saleable. First under the microscope is Roger and Jennifer's traditional two-bed.
This bungalow is well presented and it has lots of space, but the layout's confused and it's too full of clutter. Now, it's getting lots of hits online, but not many knocks on the door, so something clearly isn't working.
First to look are sisters Jo and Emma.
Oh,
It's a bungalow.
yeah.
Surprise outside, Jackie and Tony see there's potential inside.
Bathroom.
It's unusual to have a bathroom as soon as you walk in a house. You could probably make this into another bedroom. It's
be a
only
bedroom,
two-bedroomed, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well spotted, Jackie. Jo and Emma are in the smart lounge.
This living room is really homely and friendly and it works together. My living room's a little bit disjointed and it needs softening up.
Yeah.
You said it, Jo. Onto the conservatory stroke lounge.
It's the same room duplicated where, I mean, what could you do with this space? It's very, very nice, but I do feel you could do more in here. You've got a lot of mismatched colours going on.
Yeah.
Next, the twin bedroom.
The decor in here, to me, is tired, old. It needs a bit of a makeover.
So, mixed feelings on the decor. This bungalow does have development potential, but right now it just has 2 bedrooms. It's also the most expensive of the three at £350,000.
It's big.
It's nice. But I'd say about 280.
£350 for a 2-bedroom. You've got 4 bedrooms.
High.
Next, Jackie and Tony's 4-bed semi with the dull and old-fashioned upstairs.
This is definitely a house of two halves. Downstairs is a wonderful, warm, welcoming space full of period features. But up here is a completely different story. Every room has been stripped back to the bare essentials, and I feel that it's this floor that's letting the entire house down.
Sister Act Jo and Emma arrive first.
It's good. It's quite big, isn't it?
Inside, Jennifer and Roger head for the dining room.
We could perhaps benefit from a formal dining area. The only problem is we've nowhere to put it.
Yeah.
We haven't got a room for one.
You do have 2 reception rooms, Roger. Upstairs, the sisters conclude size isn't everything.
It's big. I'm not quite sure about the carpet.
It feels a bit dated.
It's the old bath, which we had years ago.
20 years ago, but in brown.
In brown. Oh gosh, if I was buying this house, yes, there would be quite a lot of work to do.
You're not wrong, Jennifer.
It's a great size room and some new furniture I think would make a big difference.
It feels a bit neglected in a way, doesn't it? Compared to the rest of the house, it looks like it's been a little bit forgotten.
And you can't say it's memorable. You just go away and you think, well, what was that bedroom like? Perhaps one wall would benefit from some wallpaper. Just to give it a little bit more colour, other than magnolia and white everywhere.
Snoop complete. Time to reveal the price, £340,000.
It's quite reasonable.
Yeah.
For bearing in mind the size of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
340.
Really?
I think that's quite expensive.
So do I.
On to the final house, Jo and Emma's big semi with the bare lounge and confused extension.
Now, this is a well-presented 4-bedroom family home. It's neat, it's tidy, there's no clutter, but there's also no oomph, there's no personality. It's very, very forgettable. And for me, the biggest problem is this area. Is it a utility room? Is it a bedroom? Is it a study? It needs to have a clearly defined purpose because I feel that it's this bit that's putting buyers off.
First to look are Jackie and Tony.
That looks quite nice, doesn't it?
Yeah.
The outside's a hit. Inside?
The 2 rooms don't blend into one, do they? It's just very bright in there, which I quite like. But I think it needs another colour.
I don't like shelving like that. We had that when the children were young, when we couldn't afford furniture, and I suppose that's what's happened here.
I don't know.
Moving on to the room without a name.
Is this an office then? So what's that then?
That looks like bedding, but
wonder if they've got somebody sleeping in here.
That could be a bedroom. This could be a bedroom.
The space, to my mind, isn't being utilised to its best advantage.
It's hardly being used at all, Roger. Upstairs, the bathroom has Tony thinking.
This suite, the way it's plain white, it makes me look at ours and think maybe we should modernise ours.
Yeah.
And there's more to inspire them in the bedroom.
Well, this is a nice room as well.
Nice and bright again.
Yeah. God, so we need to definitely get some new wardrobes. This makes me realise that we need to spend a little bit more time doing the upstairs of our house.
Eureka! She's got it! Joe's bare and basic house is the cheapest of the three at £290,000.
I wouldn't pay that price for this house.
I think it's quite a lot of money.
I don't think I'd want to give that much money of mine to anybody for this house. I think I could probably find better, cheaper.
Today I'm in booming Manchester, where 3 rival sellers are keen to improve their homes in the hope they'll get an offer from my buyer, Liz.
It's going to be a family home, so it's got to be practical and cosy.
Having checked out each other's houses, all 3 sellers now realise they could improve their own.
My house needs softening up quite a lot. It's quite minimalist and bare.
What I want to do is to decorate it, which would make it more marketable.
Maybe we need to inject a little bit of colour into our house.
They've now got a grand and a week to put things right, but I need to keep them on track, so I'm starting at Tony and Jackie's, which has a warm, welcoming ground floor, but a neglected upstairs, including a large but dated bathroom.
Was it like this when you moved in, or did you knock this through?
No, we knocked it through. It was a bathroom this side and a bedroom that side.
Yeah. What was the thinking behind knocking it through? You just wanted a big, luxurious...
Something I've always wanted, yeah, I think more than anything.
There's only the 2 of us, so we thought 4 bedrooms is enough.
In an ideal world, I would tell you to put it back again. I would tell you to reinstate it, to make a smaller bathroom and an extra bedroom. That is not going to cost £1,000. That's going to cost a little bit more than £1,000. So what I'm trying to work out is the best way of making this appeal to as many people as possible. The tiles are the big thing for me.
I know.
Because,
Gated.
yeah, you don't need floor to ceiling tiles throughout the entire room.
No.
Corner baths, they're up there with the avocado bathroom
Absolutely,
suites, you know,
yeah.
Carpets up there with the avocado bathroom suites. Basically gut it and start again. Is that something that you would do, or would
I
you
can
get...
destroy it, yeah, no problem.
I'd have to rebuild it though, that's the thing.
I might knock half the house down with it, but
Yes.
I'll give it a go.
Right, let's move on to the next room.
Great, they're on board with the bathroom. Now to address the master bedroom.
So again, a really impressive sized room. Massive, beautiful, overlooking trees, lovely. What happened to the decor?
It's our bedroom.
That's
it.
I know. It's comfortable and we know we need to spend money in here. We do know.
The wardrobes have to go. They look like they're
told
about
him.
to go.
No, Tony's tight. He hates spending money. And I told him about 2 months ago, did I? Before we put the house up for sale.
About 2
we
years
need
ago.
to buy new wardrobe. And he said, no way.
No.
Well, you're business people. It's a case of thinking...
Speculate to accumulate.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, let me talk about style and the sort of vision that I have for this room. Okay. Wallpaper. I see you're not afraid of wallpaper. These are just a couple. I've gone quite out there with this. Sort of quite dark, quite opulent. I love this one. This one's my favourite.
I prefer that. I do prefer that.
Looks like a Christmas tree.
No, it does not.
But a room like this could look amazing.
Yeah.
But it needs a bit of effort and a bit of money and a bit of time spending on it.
We can do that.
The brain's ticking over. What's your brain thinking at the moment?
Money.
This is one of those classic cases. If you spend a bit of money and a lot of time and effort, not only will you attract more viewers, but you will also potentially increase the asking price of your house. However, that is an awful lot of work. I'm really looking forward to coming back to see exactly what they've done.
We thought just painting it would do and that's it, but...
It's not.
There's a lot of work. Can we do it in a week?
Of course we can.
That's the spirit, Jackie. All fired up. And first thing she tackles are the wardrobes in the master bedroom.
We're going to follow Amanda's advice more or less to the letter. And to save money, we're obviously doing a lot of it ourselves. I love a challenge and I love getting my hands dirty. So, and like I say, I can't be more excited. I'm really excited. I don't think Tony's that excited because I'm making him work and he hates working.
You know what they say, no pain, no gain. Once Jackie has cleared the wardrobes, Tony can destroy them, and he's not holding back.
What I normally do when I'm doing something DIY, I either destroy something else I shouldn't, or I hurt myself, either fall over or break something. So that's why they don't let me fix things, they will only let me destroy things.
There's a first time for everything, Tony. Next to sisters Jo and Emma. Jo's 4-bed semi might offer up plenty of space, but after looking at the other sellers' houses, she realises her property isn't very homely.
Right. What are we in? What is this room?
Yeah, this room absolutely has a crisis of identity. It doesn't know what it is, and I need to make it into something beautiful.
Yeah. And you're marketing it, this is your 4th bedroom, effectively, isn't it? Make it a multifunctional room, but give it a proper sense of identity. So make it your bedroom and make it your office. But this needs to go. This desk is way, way, way too big. One thing I would be tempted to do as well is moving your washing machine, because it's quite bulky there. And most washing machines are either in a utility room or they're in the kitchen. It's not that big a job for someone that knows what they're doing. It's all about making this place feel more homely, because it just feels a bit sterile and stark in here at the moment.
Yeah.
There's nothing in here that you go, oh wow, that's got that, or that's got that.
So it's about being something that's eye-catching.
Eye-catching,
and
absolutely.
I think, be courageous.
Yeah, I'm not very confident with colour and taking risks that might be expensive and
and then, So my flamingo wallpaper's pushing you right out of your comfort zone, isn't it?
Big risk.
Does that terrify you?
I know that my judgment isn't very good on that, so...
Okay. Can either of you hang wallpaper?
Not very well.
Wow, this is going to be a fun week then, isn't it? You need a carpenter, a plumber, and a very quick lesson in wallpapering.
That'll be interesting.
We've got one more room to do, shall we? Go on, I'll leave that with you. Thank you.
Extension sorted. Next, that lacklustre lounge.
This room really is a room of two halves, isn't it? So did you have like a moment of madness where you went, I'm going to paint it like a really deep terracotta, and then it freaked you out so much that you had to do this really plain?
We wanted to mark 2 separate rooms, living room, dining room.
Okay.
And this would be plain colours.
Yeah. And you have managed to achieve the plain. When the other sellers came into this room, they said that they felt it was very drab and very boring.
Okay.
Oh. Sorry.
That's not like you, though.
I take it that that's not what you think this room is.
No, I like it. I know it needs to be softer and more homely.
That's it.
But it's a fine room.
Yeah, you've hit it. You've hit the nail on the head. In there's interest. So in order to get them working together, I think with this room it's more about being clever with soft furnishings, which I know you love. It's your favourite thing. I know you love.
I love. I'm like, bring on the scatter cushions.
Exactly. Let's get some candles out. And that's kind of what you need to do in here. Yeah. How important is it for you to have this TV where it is? Because it dominates. I'm not saying get rid of it, don't panic, but it really dominates that space. And if ever I've seen a wall that's crying out for a fireplace, that's the wall. I can totally, I'm not a mind reader, but I know you're thinking, this woman's lost the plot, I've got 7 days and £1,000. Stick the TV in that corner, fireplace, mirror, furnishings, done.
Yeah.
I reckon probably £400 in here maybe, which will free up 600 for next door.
Yeah.
Now, I've a feeling that these 7 days are going to be quite difficult for Jo, because she strikes me as a lady that likes to play it very safe, keep everything calm and neutral and quite beige. And here I am coming at her with lots of different colours and wacky wallpaper, and you can do this, this and this. I'm really hoping that Sister Emma will be on my team and get on board and just help her to push the boundaries a wee bit.
I'm really excited overall, because it means we can go shopping.
I'm really excited that you're excited that you're going to buy pink cushions.
And I'm excited you're getting more courageous the more we talk about it.
Feeling empowered, Emma leads Big Sis Jo boldly where she's never been before, the bright, fluffy cushion shop.
I'm really trying to help Jo feel a bit more courageous with it and go for it.
You're doing very good. It's like, never thought I'd be this excited about bold colours, but woohoo!
She's getting into it, at last.
I think the whole set works really well together. It's great. Let's get it.
All right, you are on a roll. She is ready.
Good work, Emma. Last house on my list is Jennifer and Roger's traditional bungalow. It might be on the biggest plot, but it only has 2 bedrooms. And after the snoops, they've realised every room needs to stand out, particularly the conservatory.
It's massive, isn't it? Massive.
Call it the ballroom.
Well, it needs a bit of a clear out for a start, because there's a lot of ornaments, knickknacks.
Yeah.
What can I buy Granny for Christmas? Let's get her another bit of glass.
And Granny just puts it on the windowsill. Yes.
Its decor has seen slightly better days.
My daughter said that.
I agree. I agree.
We both agree.
The wallpaper has faded.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Did you put that up, Rog?
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Roger
Have you-
built this.
10 years ago, probably.
Roger built this.
Have you still got the old wallpapering skills?
Oh, yes.
Because they're coming out
Yes.
again.
Right, yes, I can wallpaper.
You knew that was happening, didn't you?
Of course I did.
And I love the dining table. Do you know what? Lick of paint on those chairs, they'd come up a treat. How are you at...
No, don't ask me to do
Upcycling.
it because
you just stripped it all up?
two of the chairs I started to do, and I just thought, what am I doing this for? Because furniture is so cheap now.
It's time and effort.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
So let's start.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Right.
Here's the plan. We get rid of the knickknacks, or a
Yeah.
lot of the knickknacks.
Yeah.
We de-knick-knack this
Do
place.
that.
We then think about colours, because again, there's a lot of stuff going on in here. You've got the green, you've got the red, you've got the yellows, you've got all sorts. You need to give it a uniformed look, because at the moment it's all a bit bitty. Shall we move on?
Yeah.
With a plan for the conservatory in place, time to tackle the bedrooms.
In the dream scenario, you would convert the bathroom that's on the other side of the house into an ensuite bedroom. That, I think, would help you sell this house.
Yes.
100%.
Yes.
Definitely.
But it is going to take you longer than 7 days, and it will take you more than £1,000 to
So
do
it
that.
will.
So with my 7 days and my £1,000, focus on this room. It's just quite safe, isn't it? Would you say it was safe?
I'm very safe. I like plain.
But I just think something pretty and delicate on one wall.
That's okay.
And then you see, I thought I'd have a battle on my hands, but
No.
I'm doing all right. Well, the
Yeah.
other option, of course, is a bit bolder, but again, I think it's rather lovely.
I quite like that as well.
It's a wallpaper week, Rog. Are we looking forward to it? Are we thinking, what on earth have we got ourselves into? Or...
Well,
No.
the end result will show us.
Yeah.
Absolutely, we need to
I
get people
agree.
through the door,
Yes,
not just
I
clicking
agree.
online.
I agree.
Now, for me, the main problem with this house is the fact that it's a house of 2 of everything. 2 bathrooms, 2 bedrooms, 2 sitting rooms. It lacks that 3rd bedroom, and I think that's probably what's putting a lot of buyers off. But in order to get them through the door, we've got to make the rest of the interior look wonderful.
It's doable. We've done it loads in the past.
If it sells the house, it'll be worth it.
Yes, yes, yes.
That's the spirit, think sale. First job, clear out that cluttered conservatory.
When you get married, you finish up with all this, what people buy you, and you can't throw away, and you've got to try and put it somewhere. You see, who bought that?
Breakables removed and Roger can tackle that dated decor.
Sooner it starts, sooner it's finished, sooner it's done, and everything will be back to normal in a couple of days. This will be decorated in 2 days, no problem. The only thing that'll really slow me down, I mean, I could probably start wallpapering today, but I haven't got the wallpaper yet.
Excuses, excuses. In Manchester, my 3 sellers are flat out improving their houses in the hope of enticing an offer from my buyer, Liz.
I do like period properties, but I can see how modern properties were designed for family living, so I'm open to that as well.
Liz is viewing all 3 houses in just a few days, but they're a long way off being ready. At Jackie and Tony's 4-bed semi, they're revamping the bland first floor, and Tony's wasted no time stripping the bathroom.
Sink's gone, bidet's gone, shower's gone, bath's gone.
And by the time Jackie gets home from work, everything's been cleared upstairs.
Oh my God. Still a lot to do though, isn't there?
No,
Don't you not think so?
no, not at all.
I think there is, Tony.
It's gonna look amazing, isn't it, when
Yeah,
it's
'cause
done?
Although it's an empty canvas, you can vision it more now,
Yeah.
can't you?
I'm glad you can, Jackie. For Jennifer and Roger, it's all about showing off the potential in the bungalow. So they've decluttered and they're getting ready to decorate the conservatory and bedroom. I suggested upcycling the old dining table and chairs, but Jennifer's decided to buy a modern set at auction.
I really, really want the table and chairs. Just depends if I've got a bidder who really wants it like I do.
Auctions can be great places for a bargain.
This customer built a 4-stage floral fabric upholstered dining chairs. They are looking up there.
Just as long as nobody else wants it as much as you do, Jennifer.
240? At 240, fair warning then. 250, 260?
Oh, for God's sake.
260? At £260.
Chuffed to bits. We've won the bid. So brilliant.
At Joe and Emma's, it's all about warming up the downstairs. Having bought soft furnishings for the lounge, they've drafted in decorators Hannah and Jenny to wallpaper the spare room.
Just to see that then on the wall instantly made it like pop.
Memorable features are also being added in the lounge. The TV has been moved and replaced with a second-hand fire surround, costing just £160. Now time for Emma to help sister Jo tackle her fear of colour.
Ha-ha! We have red paint.
Rollers at the ready. You used the rollers on the walls, girls?
Woohoo!
That's it, no going back now.
I like the colour. It's very similar to the dining room and it kind of makes the two rooms join together more.
It also adds warmth to your lounge. Back at Tony and Jackie's, the first floor is now cleared for decorating, and Jackie's wasting no time turning the bedroom into a boudoir.
This colour is fab. It's really going to brighten the room up, it's going to open the room up, and it'll also go with the lovely wallpaper we've chosen.
I think you'll find that was my choice of wallpaper, Jackie, and it's being put up by work colleague Kelly. They're full steam ahead in the bedroom, but there's still a lot to do in the bathroom. The new suite is being plumbed in and the tiles are going on.
I think Tommy the Tiler's a little bit on my hero list. I've got 3 or 4 people on there at the moment, and Tommy's rating #1 at the moment. You're topping. It was James yesterday. It was Tony the day before.
At Jennifer and Roger's traditional bungalow, the declutter is done, so all that's left is the decorating.
I'll be here all night doing this. Especially if it needs 2 coats, which it definitely will.
Meanwhile, Jennifer has finally chosen the wallpaper for the conservatory. All Roger's got to do is put it up.
Absolutely love it. I can't see how anybody, except maybe Amanda, would have chosen anything better.
Now, Roger, it's not me you need to impress, it's my buyer. And Jennifer, of course.
I think it's great, yeah. Yeah, I'm quite chuffed with it.
That's halfway there at least. At Joe's, the downstairs is getting a well-needed injection of warmth and character. A feature wall has created interest in the bedroom/office/utility room that lacked a clear identity.
Wow, it really is good, isn't it?
Oh my gosh! Oh, already it's like totally transformed the room.
And Joe's taken my advice on moving the washing machine into the kitchen. Cost of a new machine and a plumber, just over £300.
They're done?
Yeah.
Brilliant.
No, all finished.
Over at Jackie and Tony's, the remainder of the suite is being plumbed in and the floor is going down. All that is left is to decorate the new look bathroom.
So we're just doing the last minute touches now. Then we're going to go in with the milky coffee emulsion to obviously brighten the walls up.
Well, that's nice, isn't it? Do you like that?
Now they just need to get the furniture in place.
You've got a beer mat.
The large but dated bathroom hasn't just had a makeover. It's been completely replaced with new bath, sink, toilet and shower. It was a massive job, but worth it when trying to impress a buyer.
It's amazing. It's absolutely... You know, before you had the idea of what it was supposed to be, this big, luxurious bathroom, but it just felt like a big, luxurious bathroom of the 80s, didn't it?
Totally.
And now it's modern, it's clean, it's fresh. Gone is that carpet, gone is that corner bath. Yeah. I felt that this room really let the house down. Now I think it's increased its saleability. Do you?
Definitely, yeah, definitely. It's certainly got that wow factor. I think anybody that walks in, it's like, wow.
It's
I do
enormous.
think it will sell it, definitely.
Yeah, I think it looks fantastic.
Yeah.
It really does.
Onto the bedroom, which was really letting this house down. By destroying that decades-old furniture and redecorating in a vibrant colour scheme, it's become the master suite it always should have been for just over £1,000.
It looks wonderful. And all those bits of mismatched furniture and the bed that was stuck there, just twice as big. Real statement. Are you pleased with it?
Oh, absolutely over the moon. I just want to sit in here all the time.
You're not sleep, don't you?
Definitely sleep.
You've obviously gone massively over the £1,000 budget.
Absolutely,
You couldn't have done both of those jobs without. How much have you spent in total?
4,000.
Okay. You know what?
It's a reinvestment. It's a reinvestment. You've got to speculate to accumulate.
You really have, and I think you've done a wonderful, wonderful job.
At Roger and Jennifer's, the revamp of the conservatory and second bedroom is almost done.
Just needs Jennifer to work her magic now with the trimmings.
I wanted to make these cushions so that they go in the bedroom with the other purple ones, which I've bought.
It's been a long week, but hopefully worth it.
It's made it look a lot bigger. Yeah, it's looking very good.
What was a dated, cluttered conservatory has been cleared and redecorated to become the smart dining room this property needs, for just under £800.
Oh, I say, how elegant.
Elegant?
It's lovely. It's very you as well, isn't it? It's very elegant and sophisticated.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Bigger, brighter, and it feels like one big space now. Whereas before it felt all a bit mismatched and
exactly
big unit there and little bits and pieces. It's clean, it's tidy, it's Let's talk about the wallpaper. What I think is lovely about it is that it works well with the rest of the house. Yeah. Because it continues the scheme and the decor that you've got in here. Because there's no good coming in here and going, right, let's make it really modern and funky and fresh, because...
Not me.
Not you. Elegant and sophisticated as you.
I have my doubts about the greens, but clearly we have, although it's dark green.
No, but it's
chairs,
beautiful.
But they complement it.
Really calming, really soothing, and the fact that obviously it opens up onto the garden.
Yeah.
Right, let's get and have a look at this bedroom then.
Off you go.
Do you like that paper?
The spare bedroom was safe, plain and forgettable. Now, for just over £200, it's bright and memorable. And I'll forgive Jennifer for not going with my choice of wallpaper.
See, I don't even know why I bother giving advice, because your choices are much nicer than mine. That's lovely. God, what a difference again.
The minute I saw it in the shop, I thought, oh, I just love that paper.
You know what? It was fine before.
Oh, well, it was done
for
just years.
Yeah, but all of it is gorgeous.
It needed
bit of a zhuzh.
Sprucing up and bringing to this day and age, really.
Lovely. You've done a brilliant, brilliant job. Budget-wise, £1,000? Have we had to raid the piggy bank?
No.
£13 over.
Oh, that's nice.
You've what?
At Joe and Emma's, they've been working hard to add warmth and character to their sparse downstairs.
There's still one or two more things to do, but on the whole, it's really transformed.
And the room with the identity crisis is finally getting purpose with furniture.
Flat pack.
Oh yeah, we love it.
Don't we just?
I always dread that there's just like one screw missing or something and you can't finish the job.
After just 2 hours, the desk frame is built. Just the drawers to go, Joe.
I know.
This is a really nice living room that you just want to chill out in and spend time in.
That's what we want the buyer to think.
Yeah.
What was a sparse, student-like living room has been transformed with an injection of colour, a smart feature fireplace and soft furnishings, which brings the whole look together. Total cost for the lounge, £666.
Oh, what a difference. Oh, you must be delighted, aren't you?
Yeah, really pleased with it.
And we did push you out of your comfort zone, didn't we?
Yeah, I went very bold.
I know you were very worried about moving the TV from here, weren't you? But now it's there.
I'm really pleased with it there. It makes the whole room more homely.
You've brought both areas together now. Whereas before, this is obviously the space where people would have as their sitting room. You'd come in and think, oh, I don't, it's not really doing anything, but it feels warmer, it feels more homely. It's just, it's an absolute delight.
On to the room that lacked identity. By clearing it out, adding a feature wall, and dressing with a daybed and smaller desk, it's become a smart, comfortable spare room stroke office.
It is totally different, isn't it? And you went for wallpaper. It works.
It's quite gentle, but the colours are kind of, they do pop out at you as well.
You know what? It's gentle, but it's also very you. Because as I left, I was thinking, is she going to go really bold and really bright, or is she going to go quite subtle? And what you've done is you've gone subtle, but it's really worked, hasn't it? Do you think you stand more of a chance of selling it now?
Definitely. I mean, I really hope so.
Yeah. We'll get it done. Don't you worry. It's lovely.
Yeah.
Really lovely.
Thanks.
In Manchester, my buyer Liz is about to view my 3 properties after the week of upgrades by their owners. Jackie and Tony are delighted to have added glamour to their upstairs.
We've got a fantastic bathroom, in my eyes, and an absolutely amazing bedroom, which,
it's top-notch,
you know,
isn't
it is top-notch.
Sisters Jo and Emma are pleased with all the changes to the lounge and neglected spare room.
The process has been a huge change for me. It's been quite a lot of work, but I'm really pleased with the results.
Yeah, me too.
And retired couple Roger and Jennifer are thrilled with the modernised look of their once cluttered bungalow.
The conservatory, love it. Love me bedroom.
The week is up. Time for my buyer Liz to look at all 3 houses and give her verdict. First is Jackie and Tony's Victorian 4-bed semi.
So property number 1, built in 1899, lots and lots of space, 4 bedrooms at the moment, potential to turn it into 5. Initial impressions?
Yeah, it looks lovely. It looks like it's a nice period features.
Yeah.
And nice and big.
Lovely. Should we get inside before we drown?
Yes.
Downstairs, there's a good-sized living room, complete with the period features that Liz is looking for. Beyond that, there's a dining room and a modern kitchen.
Sort of open plan, but contained as well.
No, that's quite nice. I like that layout. It's got a good flow to it. I've got to see the rest of it yet.
Sure,
but I do like the downstairs.
Okay, excellent. Well, let's go look upstairs then.
Okay, let's go.
On to the bathroom, which has been given a new lease of life.
So here's a big bathroom.
Yeah.
You get all the kids in here.
Yeah. It's a lovely size. It makes for a luxury bathing experience.
Yeah, it really does. So currently, you've got 4 bedrooms.
Yeah.
You could cut this in half and still have a decent-sized bathroom, but you'd also have
the 5th bedroom.
Yeah. Is that something that you would do?
Yeah, that would be something I would consider, to make that 5th bedroom, which would be really valuable to us.
Liz can clearly see the development potential. On to the revamped bedroom, which now has a more luxurious feel.
The size is fantastic. It's a really big room. I like the light as well. It's got two windows,
and you can sit in bed and look out at the trees
features as well. It's lovely.
Am I on the right track with this house? Is this the sort of thing you were looking for?
Yes, it is. I like the fact that it's got the potential for the 5th bedroom.
Okay, let's talk price.
Yeah.
What do you think it is on the market for?
I would say 320.
A little bit more than that, 340. If you could get
Yeah,
it maybe
that's
for a slightly
interesting.
lower price,
Yeah.
and then you did all the work.
Yeah.
Food for thought.
Yeah, it is, definitely.
Food for thought. Right, let us move on.
Okay.
Liz is clearly impressed. Next viewing is Jo and Emma's 4-bed semi with the improved downstairs and scope for a loft conversion.
So, Liz, this is a very different concept from the one that we've just come from. This was built, I believe, in the 1930s. It's a big family home. It's 4 bedrooms, lots of space. What do you think from the outside?
Yeah, it looks like a nicely presented, neat house outside.
Should we get inside and see if it looks as good inside?
First stop downstairs is the spacious modern kitchen.
Kitchen-wise, is this space big enough for you?
Yeah, this would be big enough because you can have a nice, quite a large dining area. You've space to cook and the space for bodies to move around. So yeah, it is. It's nice. It's a good size. Yeah.
And there's space for little bodies to move around in that bit there. So let me come in and show you where the little bodies will go.
Also on the ground floor is the made-over office cum spare room.
So you've got your 3 double bedrooms upstairs. If you went up into the loft, you'd have 4 double bedrooms upstairs. So I kind of saw this room as the one that's at university.
Yeah, there's lots of options. So no, it's good.
Okay, shall we continue?
Yeah.
There are options aplenty for Liz here, and hopefully she'll like the new look living room too.
Here is your big communal family living space.
Yes, that's lovely.
Formal dining room.
Yes, really
And then
nice.
Decor-wise, would you change much, or do you like it as it is?
No, I quite like it as it is, actually. It's quite neutral. The red is nice. I probably wouldn't choose that, but it's lovely and it goes with the the period fireplace.
What do you think it's on the market at?
I would say about 315.
290.
Oh, right.
If you spent 20,000
Yes.
doing the loft extension,
Yeah.
the agent has suggested that you would get somewhere in the region of 330 to 350.
Right.
So actually,
So yeah, you're on a winner, aren't you?
Yeah,
with
you're on a
that?
winner if
So
you go
that's
up into the
good.
loft.
Yeah, yeah. Because it's a decent house as it is. You know, you could move into it. So the loft we would have to do really.
Yeah. Food
Very
for thought.
interesting. It is, yeah.
Right, I'm going to throw you a curveball with the next one. So go on.
The first two houses seem to have hit the spot. Last to be viewed is Jennifer and Roger's bungalow.
Have you thought of a bungalow?
Not at all.
Okay.
No,
The potential for this
Yes.
is enormous, actually, and it's a really good plot.
Yes, I can see what you're saying. I like the plot. It's big, and I can see that it's got width, so it looks like it's got quite, a good floor space.
Yeah.
And obviously, you can go up.
You can
can't
definitely
you?
go up,
So,
yeah.
it's quite interesting.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a kind of thought-provoking one.
Yeah.
You're either going to love it or hate it. Shall we go in and have a look?
Yeah.
Find out which one it is.
This house might have just 2 bedrooms, but there are 2 bathrooms, a big modern kitchen and a comfortable lounge.
So here we have the main living room. So currently, no use for you because it's only got 2 bedrooms. But convert one of those bathrooms, or that bathroom there, into an ensuite master.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you've got 2 bedrooms there, 1 bedroom there. You could go up into the loft and do another, with a big dormer window, another big bedroom up there. So then you've got your 4 bedrooms.
Yes. Yeah.
What do you think?
I do like it. I like
isn't
it
it?
because it's got space and it's got a nice, cosy feel to it.
So my wild card is a hit. Next stop is the revamped conservatory.
Wow, this is lovely.
Do you like it?
Yeah, it's huge.
It's massive, isn't
It's
it?
really nice.
And a good view of the garden from here as well.
Oh, yeah, it's lovely. I would have this as the dining room. It's a really nice space. It's little, it serves a few purposes, doesn't it, really?
I think this is an interesting house because on paper, it's a 2-bed bungalow. So you think, well, that's pointless.
Yeah, but it's much more, isn't it, really?
But when you start
is.
looking at all the internal bits,
Yes.
it's suddenly...
Yeah, it could be so much more. It's great as it is, but it could be fantastic with, for us with the bedrooms as well going up.
Right, let's go and look at the other bedroom.
Beyond all that living space are the 2 bedrooms, and the spare has been transformed.
So this is your 2nd bedroom.
Ah, yeah.
What do you think?
Nice. Yeah, it's lovely. It's very nicely presented. I do like the decor.
Has this surprised you?
Yes, it has actually, because I would never have gone for a bungalow before, but I think it's a beautiful house and a lovely plot, and it's nicely done up as well. And it is a great family home.
Yeah.
It could be a great family home.
And it's detached.
It's detached, yeah.
Yeah, so it's the only one I've shown
Yeah,
you. It's detached as well.
And it's got a lovely garden.
Let's talk price then.
I'd guess at about 285.
Yeah, it's a wee bit over that. It's 350.
Oh, is it? Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
Right.
But I think actually, between your estimation and the actual asking price, somewhere in the middle is what it should be.
Right.
Lots of
So it'd tick the boxes with him.
lots of things to think about. Should we disappear somewhere and have a good think about it?
So all 3 houses seem to have something Liz likes. Time to work out her next move.
We started the search looking for your next project, the next rung on the property ladder, I guess.
Yes.
We'll start with the 4-storey Victorian house.
Yeah.
Bags of potential there.
Yes, it did. We could just move into that one and live with it as it is and do it up as we go along. And it'd also give me that 5th bedroom, which we really need that bonus.
Okay, well, let's move on to the semi-detached with the side extension.
Yes.
Again, loads of potential because upstairs you've got those 2 bathrooms, so you could convert one of them back into a bedroom, which would give you your 5 bedrooms.
Yes.
Pretty much ready to go.
Yeah, yeah.
What did you like about it?
I liked the fact that it was, it was big enough, but it had potential in the loft. It was a lovely welcoming home, and I liked the position on the road as well.
Okay.
It's a nice and quiet location.
The bungalow was the curveball. The bungalow was the kind of, you're either going to love it or hate it. You're either going to think I've gone mad, or you will see the potential. Am I right in thinking that you actually did see the potential in that?
I did, very much so. It was a lovely space, a lovely plot, a really lovely example of a welcoming home. I did like it.
Yeah.
I loved the conservatory. It was beautiful. At the moment, it's not suitable for us
No,
at the
of course
moment.
not.
But you know, you've got all that area and you could make it just as big going up.
They've all got potential, haven't they?
Yeah.
Okay, so out of the three of them, will you be going back for a second viewing?
I think we'll go and have a look at the bungalow again.
Really? That's so weird. That's so not the one that I thought you were going to go
I know,
for.
but I don't know. It just had something about it. It was lovely, and we'll have a good think about it.
I shall watch this space. If you can get it for the right price, it's got enormous potential.
Yeah.
Enormous potential. Good luck with it. Whatever you decide, wherever you end up, good luck.
Thank you.
Liz was spoilt for choice as she could see the potential in all three properties, but it was Jennifer and Roger's bungalow that's going to tempt her to a second viewing.
Good news? Brilliant news?
It'd be nice if it happened.
Yeah.
And the other sellers aren't disappointed either.
It's fair enough, isn't it? I think when you're buying a property, it's got to feel right, hasn't it?
The process has been a huge change for me. It's been quite a lot of work, but I'm really pleased with the results.
Yeah, me too.